Okay, it can be an unpleasant topic, but we've all got to deal with it at some stage. Where are we going to live in our twilight years? Let's get more from Neela White, Senior Portfolio Manager at Raymond James. Great to see you as ever, Neela.
Happy to be here.
Walk us through the three main options that people have. I know it depends on their state of health,
Yes.
Among other things.
So the first one would be aging in place, which is what 96% of Canadians want age in place. So that involves, what do I need in the home to make it safe? What home modifications? What's your budget? What happens if you need in-home care? So what does your budget look like? The next one is retirement living, which is a social model, very different. So there's no real criterion to get in. You just need to have your care needs being able to take off. It's private pay. So everyone has to understand, going into retirement living, you need to know what your budget is. And the room, a private room, can run anywhere from $4,500
a month
to $12,000 a month. So you have to know what your budget is. You have to know what services they offer and what the cost of those services are.
Typically, well, it varies, I guess, retirement homes, whether
Yes.
you get food or not.
Retirement homes, you do get, it does provide your meals and stuff. The extra services would be things like, do you need extra assistance toileting? Do you need extra assistance with your medication? Do you need assistance getting in and out of bed? Do you need assistance bathing? So that's the second model. And then the last one is long-term care, which we're hearing lots and lots about, and it's a very different model. It's a medical model. It's assessed base. You have to apply through the government. If you can't do two things, then you actually can get on the waiting list. But in Ontario alone, and this is what everyone has to understand, in Ontario alone, the wait list is 48,000 people long. So if you cannot get into long-term care, which is nursing homes, what is your backup plan and what budget you have in place to have your care needs taken care of? And part of the reason also why the wait list for long-term care is increasing, it's sort of the more affordable option. A private room is less than $3,000. It's co-funded by the government. So when you look at, possibly the cost of aging in place, which we all want to do, and what it might cost, retirement living, and then long-term care, we can see where it spans on the budget spectrum, especially nowadays, right?
So long-term care is, oddly enough, the cheapest option of those because of the government subsidy.
Correct, yes.
But there are twists here in Ontario, and apologies to viewers, we're talking a lot about Ontario. You have to, you get up to 5 homes, but you must accept the first offer.
Correct. So in Ontario, you can apply to 5 different homes, unlike BC, where you apply to 3 homes. But in Ontario specifically, when you get an offer with one of those 5 homes, if you do not accept the bed, even if it wasn't your first of 5 choices, you must accept, you don't must accept the bed. If you do not accept the bed, your name's taken off the list. You have to wait 3 months before you can reapply.
The aging in place, people sometimes fail to take into account as their faculties diminish. Will they be able to maintain a place?
Yes. And when we look at the whole concept, I think it's natural for all of us to think, sure, we've been in our house for 50 years. We can remain here for another 50 years. But what I think everyone has to do is take a step back and think, how am I going to manage the stairs? How am I going to get in and out of that tub? In a survey that was completed, I think the number was something around 60% of those aged 65 or older were not aware of the cost of aging in place, yet aging in place was their decision. So it's going into these aging discussions, knowing what your budget looks like and knowing how do you access services when the need arises. And don't wait till the need arises, because then you're in crisis mode, right?
Because if you, say you have a house, there's expenses of running the darn thing. There's taxes, you name it, utilities.
All of that, and I think that has to be part of the big picture. And also one of the things with aging in place, especially if you have family around you, there's often this assumption, well, I don't really have to talk about it and I don't have to think about it because automatically my children, my firstborn is going to step in. Let's say your firstborn can't.
Yeah, they may have their own busy life. Well, they will have a busy life.
Absolutely, and there's the cost, out-of-pocket expenses involved. I think it's something to the effect of almost 60% of all current caregivers are spending $640 a month out of pocket on the person they're taking care of. So when you look at what that does to your budget, $7,600 a year. Let's say you're supporting kids in school.
Why would it be costing caregivers to provide care?
Maybe the care recipient doesn't have it in their budget. You know, you go to the grocery store and, oh, don't worry about it, mom and dad, I'll take care of it. Or let's say the medication that they're taking isn't covered under OHIP.
Right.
Or even, you know, and it's supplies and food and services. We can't get over there to shovel the driveway. Let's put someone in place to take care of house maintenance, lawn maintenance, all of those little things. So when we look at how we're budgeting for this, I think there has to be a real step back and having realistic conversations with those who we believe are going to be part of our plan, just because we can't keep making this assumption that our kids want or can take care of us.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. And early conversations are better than leaving it to the last minute.
Yeah.
Neela, always food for thought from you. Thank you very much.
You.
Neela White, Senior Portfolio Manager at Raymond James.